Welcome back to the channel, guys. Episode 10 of the Danish Youth Academy Challenge. In the last episode, I was speaking about the dip in form that we had. Let's see if we've turned it around. And also, we've got the youth intake. Let's do this. At the end of the last episode, I left you guys with the results looking like this. We just lost to Hillerod, and we were on a bad run. Let's see if we've turned it around. So, we played some friendlies in the big gap to try and get some morale up and the atmosphere and all that good stuff. And then we carried on not winning. Slightly, we lost to Siltborg, drew to Siltborg, who are actually very good. So that was a good result. And then we lost to Nastved. We carried on, not winning. Vendersil 1-1, AB 3-3. And then the relegation stage started. So you guys obviously know now that we finished in the bottom 6. And we did. We finished 7th, I think, in the regular season. And then we lost to AB in the first game of the relegation stage. And then we've just won the last 2. We beat B93 with 2 early goals, basically, from Grossen, 1 in the first minute and the 4th minute. And then we just beat BK Frem, who are bottom of the league, and we beat them really comfortably. Now, I've changed a few things in the tactic, so I'm going to go over that right now. So, this tactic here is what we were using at the start of the season, and we're doing really well. And then it sort of just switched, and I think it's because the team started defending a bit deeper, because we were getting some results. And when teams started defending a bit deeper, they realised that we actually don't have that much quality in our team, apart from probably Ibsen and deep line playmaker. And if they just sat back, they'd actually stop all our counter-attacking ability and then just, yeah, dominated us because their players are much better than our players. So I changed a few things. I changed to this formation, which I've now called, well, it's the same tactic, basically, but I've just changed a few little things, and it's called Slagel's second half of the season. So if this happens again, then I can just go bang. Basically, the changes of it are, we now play out of defence, because if teams aren't pressing us as high, because they're sat back, it gives us a bit of time to actually get the attack sorted a bit better and a bit more coherent, rather than just getting forward, being behind their line like we were doing before when they were pressing us. Now they're not pressing us, so I thought, you know what, we'll actually try and play a little bit. Not too much, because we're not that good, but a little bit, because they're giving us time to do so. The other thing I've done is increase the tempo slightly. In the other tactic, I was getting caught on the ball in a few areas, so I thought, you know what, We'll put the tempo up a bit higher. The other thing is I've taken counter-attack off. Now, again, that ties into the first part of what I just said, when teams are sat back a little bit. Now they're sat back a bit more, not pushing as many people forward. There's not really any areas to counter-attack into. People are sort of not banging their fullbacks forward. There's a bit more conservative now, so we're actually getting marked a lot better. And to be honest, if teams would have started playing like this at the start of the season, we would have been in big trouble. But they obviously weren't going to do that. They saw us players on paper, saw the season preview and the media prediction, and thought, you know what, we'll batter these. But now they're actually clicking on and thinking, no, we're going to change. The only other thing I've done is change my goalkeeper to a sweeper-keeper defender rather than a goalkeeper. Basically, the reason for that is, even though we've only got a standard defensive line, I was seeing it a few times where people were getting in behind, and I just thought if my goalkeeper was a bit further forward, either the player that passed the ball over the top wouldn't try the pass because they'd see the goalkeeper and think it's not the right thing to do, or well, if he does play it forward, then my goalkeeper is a bit further forward so he can come out and stop those goals. Because we were getting a lot of one-on-ones because, like I said, teams were sitting back, knocking balls over the top, sort of, rather than us drawing them in, they were drawing us in a little bit because we are quite attacking. So I didn't want it to sort of tip the other way. I've tried to knock it back, the pendulum, into our little favour. But it seems to have worked in the last couple of games. Now, it might just be because the teams aren't as good in the relegation stage, but I honestly think we were getting better results against teams at the top of the league. So we'll see what happens. It leaves the table looking like this. Obviously, this is the bottom 6. So that's 7th place. We're 8th place. 9, 10, 11, 12. But obviously, it says first next to it. B93, who we just beat, well, 2 games ago. They are 3 points in front of us. They were obviously 6. Lingby are very good. They won't go down. It looks like FA2000 and BK Frem are going to go down. Well, Frem look basically done. But FA2000 also as losing games really heavily, and I think we're probably okay now. 12 points with 7 games left. We should be good, which is nice. The other thing that I'm slightly worried about is my goalkeeper, Ibrahim Sert. Now, we've conceded a lot of goals this season, 2 a game to be precise. We've conceded a lot of goals, but we've scored a lot of goals. This guy's played quite well for us. Now, he's wanted by AC Horsens and Sunderisk in the top division, like the top division. We're not talking about second, the top division, which is going to be tough to keep hold of him. And he also doesn't want to sign a new contract. Now, he's out of contract in about 7 months, so I'm sure those teams can now get him on a pre-contract, but it would require our team to get significantly improved before he would consider extending. Now, we can only offer 1-year contracts, which is very annoying because at any point we can lose our players. It's not like in Italy where we had players on like 3 years, 4 years, some on 5 and a 3 optional extension. We can't do that here. And Ibrahim Sir is looking like a good goalkeeper. He's consistent, he's good. His one-on-ones have now improved to 8. I think they were 4 or 5 when he first started. It's definitely noticeable. And yeah, he's got some good little traits for us, and he's only 17. He's basically not 18 until next season. So I think we're going to lose him, guys. I genuinely think we're going to lose him. On top of that, the annoying thing is we also lost another goalkeeper, Niels Eriksson, to Palermo. Now, he was the next guy in. He's not as good, obviously, nowhere near, but he would have been the next in because he had a fairly professional personality, even though he was shocking on the physical side, like 5 jumping reach, 3 balance, 4 concentration. He was probably the best thing to go in with potential. Now, what we're going to have to do if we lose our goalkeeper, which is looking like, we're going to have to put in the guy that we had in the 3rd division. And with our current tactic situation and the way we play, I don't even want to know how many goals we're going to concede with him in the goal. So it could be crisis, guys. I'm not going to lie. It could be a problem. A big, big problem. So we'll see how that goes on. But I thought I'd update you guys on that as well because, yeah, there's potential danger coming around the corner. And I do think, looking at the situation, I've tried to think into the future. And I do think we're in a bit of trouble. The reason being is I can only offer 1-year contracts. That's number one. The other thing is the bad personalities of the youth intakes. So even if I get good players through, or it looks like they're good players and got good spread of attributes, they won't improve because of their personality. Then on top of that, semi-professional, so I can only got 4 training slots per week. The training facilities aren't very good as well. And then all that amalgamated together means that anytime we have a decent-ish player like our goalkeeper becomes like 4-star current ability, they won't renew. So the only way to get him to renew is to get other players around him to become good enough so he thinks the team's good enough. But I can't do that because the players have got bad personalities. It's just a big cycle where I think in the next, if not next season, the season afterwards, unless we get a ridiculous intake this episode or next episode, I think we're probably going to get relegated. And it's not the end of the world because we'll have amalgamated a few funds from the money that we get from this division and the participation money, so it won't be terrible. But I'm just telling you guys to expect it because I expect it, and it's fine because we've shot up, and we might just go down to the 3rd division, get ourselves together a little bit, get a better squad all round, and then we'll try and go up and sort of sustain it a little bit better. Because honestly, it's not looking amazing. I don't know. I'm just thinking about all the things in the future. I'm trying to sort of see where things are going down the line rather than just thinking about things now. And it doesn't feel like it's something we can sustain in the 2nd division because every team is so much better than us. Right, less waffling. Let's get on to the youth intake. Here we go then, guys. We're obviously going to get a lot of 5-star potentials. I hope. The only thing we need to hope for, though, really, is the personalities. I would honestly take all these players at 4.5-star potential rather than 5 with good personalities than 5 stars with bad personalities. That's how detrimental a bad personality is at this stage of the Youth Academy Challenge. So let's have a look then. 1, 2, 3. What we got? What you got for us? Okay, so like I said, we've got a fair few 5-star players. Everyone's at least a top talent, if not an elite talent. Now, obviously, they won't be top and elite talents, but let's have a look at the personalities because that is what's going to make or break this intake. Low determination there. Unambitious, unambitious, unambitious. Not great. We've got 3 unambitious. We've got 4 bad personalities. Look at the determinations, guys. Look at the determinations. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 9, 10. Honestly, I might literally just sign these guys up. Genuinely, I might just sign those guys up and let all those guys go. The reason being, right, I'm going to tell you the reason why this is. Because it's getting a bit stupid now for the simple fact that if I keep signing players up that have low determination and unambitious, then obviously there's a big chance of those players becoming the majority players, the bad personality players becoming the majority, and we start to see good personalities in the youth team on the first team actually go down and become bad personalities or become balanced rather than fairly professional. It might knock some professionalism out of our good personality players, and I can't have that. So I'm thinking I might just sign those guys up from Petrovsky up to Aframson. I know you guys will be thinking, wow, how can you possibly not sign up a 5-star player? Now, well, I don't know if that's going to definitely happen just yet, but we can't do much with 5 determination, 5 determination, 5 determination, and they're unambitious, because sometimes players are 5 determination, but they're actually not unambitious. Like this guy here, he's sporting, so he's got a little bit of ambition, but he's still got 2 determination, and it's a problem. Now, I'm probably going to sign Risvig up just because he's got 2-star current ability, but he's got 1 determination. So I don't know what to do, guys. I genuinely don't. Let me know in the comments what you think. Obviously, I'll have done whatever I've decided to do, but I'm on about for future intakes. Let me know what you guys think. But let's have a look at all of them, and then we'll decide. So we'll have a look at Petrovsky first. He's one that we're potentially signing up. Striker / second midfielder / left winger. Now, I quite like Petrovsky. It's nice that he's Macedonian, something a bit different, but he's a balanced personality, 9 determination, which isn't too bad, and he can potentially play Shadow Striker backup, where I mentioned about Valentin last episode with his bad personality again. Something I keep mentioning. It's a really tough thing to get right in this sort of save. I'm going to have to go through the youth coaches, even though I've only got like 2, and change them to try and get better personalities there. See if that makes any difference, because honestly, the bonus of just having 1 or 2 more players with a decent personality could be massive for us. So any little things that I can do, I'm going to go and change. It might take us a couple of seasons to see the fruits of that, but I'm going to have to do that. So Petrovsky, not looking too bad. I'm definitely going to sign him up. Frederick Thompson then, unambitious, only 4.5-star current ability. Yeah, he's second tier. He's not going to make it. He's just not going to be good enough. He's not even 5-star potential, so he's not getting signed up. I need to take a bit more of a hardline approach with these guys in future. I need to do it. Rather than just seeing 4.5-star, 5-star potential, oh, I'll sign them all up, it's actually got detrimental effects in the long term. So Emil Larsson next then, DM, 15 years old. Right, okay. I might sign him up just because he's not unambitious, he's got low determination, and he's got decent attributes. So he might be someone we sign up. I don't mind him. Let's have a look at the next one. Oliver Sorensen, he's unambitious. That's annoying because he's decent. He is decent. Very, very frustrating. He would have gone as a backup left back for us, no doubt. I don't think I'm going to sign him up though. I don't. Like I said, I've got to stick to this because it's going to cause problems with the team. Martin Wagner then, 6'4" left midfielder. Not very good. And we've also got Thomason in the first team, so I don't think we're going to sign Wagner up. Martin Blomqvist, goalkeeper. I'm going to sign him up, definitely. Light-hearted, 10 determination, and he's 6'5", and we could potentially have Ibrahim Sirt's backup and successor. Yeah, 100%. Very happy with him. Fantastic. 15 reflexes, 12 kicking. Yeah, really happy with Martin Blomqvist. He's definitely going to go into the first team. He obviously can't play until September next season, but that's before Sirt has to leave, if he does leave. So we can get him in before that anyway. So that is a good play to get Blomqvist. Very happy with him. Alexander Risvig, a guy that I said I was going to sign up because he's got 2-star current ability. He's a striker / right winger, so we're going to see. Unambitious though, 1 determination. Got a bit of pace about him. 5 anticipation, 2 concentration. Might sign him up for the physicals. We'll see. I do need a backup striker as well. So Risvig potentially could get signed, but it's such a shame he's got 1 determination. Next up then, Kim Rask Heitman. Professional personality, 13 determination and 2-star current ability. This guy's a no-brainer. Potentially our best one of the entire intake after Blomqvist. Let's have a look at Heitman. Very, very good. Now, he does play in a position or a role, or his attributes suggest that he plays in a role that we don't have. We either play with a deep line playmaker or a central midfield attack, because that works with us. But at the very least, he's a backup to start with, who a professional personality should help the rest of the team with his personality. Like I said, I need to get more of the good ones in, and they hopefully should rub off on the bad ones. If we can keep the bad ones in the minority, that is. So Heitman is definitely going to get signed up. Loritz Gulstorff, another defensive midfielder / centre midfielder. 15 as well. 15 determination, though, and unambitious. So I might sign this guy up because he's got 15 determination. So he's very close to not being unambitious, basically. I think that's how it works. Or is at least close to something else. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe fairly determined, but that's much better than unambitious. So let's have a look at Loritz. Again, very similar to Heitman, the DM, but I do like him. He's a player that we could definitely get use out of, and like I said, decent determination. So he's someone I'm going to sign up. Salam Turkey, Iraq. From Iraq, 5 determination, unambitious, not the greatest, and he's a right winger / striker as well. Oh, I'd like to sign him up because he's Iraqi. I would love to sign him up because he's a bit different personality, nationality from what we usually have. I like that he's born in Iraq as well. That's quite cool. His favoured personnel is our youth development. Head of youth development, who's a professional personality. Now, I do think this guy's had a bit of an impact on this just because I've got a professional personality there. But, yeah, only one. So I need to change that. Mads Aframson, going to sign him up 100%. Right winger, 2-star current ability, 16 determination. Let's have a look at this guy. Now, he's not as good as I thought he was going to be, actually, looking at him. But if you have a second look and a third look, 9 dribbling, 9 crossing, 9 first touch, and 9 technique. Could easily be 11 or 12 eventually. Composure is very low, actually, which is not great. Work rate, I'd like it to be a bit higher. And he's got good acceleration and pace. And he's also 6'2", so 11 jump in reach. And he can win those back post headers for us, which Moller Hansen was doing. Now, I did need another right winger. So he's definitely going to get signed up as well. Not the worst intake. Let's have a look at Peter Wilhelmsen. Another right wing, another centre attacking midfielder and a striker. Low determination, 2 determination. Again, annoying because he's pretty decent. That's some good attributes. 14 technique, 12 flair, 12 passing, 11 long shots. I might sign him up as well because he's not unambitious. I might just steer clear of the unambitious guys because they never improve. It's ridiculous unless you've got other players around them to improve them. And I keep saying it, but it's such a big thing on this save that I've noticed when I've been playing it for the last 3 or 4 seasons on FM. It's something you need to stay away from. So if you guys are signing up too many unambitious players, it could be a big problem. So I do think the intake was decent. It wasn't amazing, but again, we're a 2nd division Danish team who are semi-pro with limited youth recruitment. So I can't ask for too much, but there's a few players I'm going to sign through there. Let's see how I'm going to get on in the future. Thank you for watching, guys. As always, a little bit of a longer video, close-ish to 20 minutes. Thank you for watching. Leave a like on the video. Leave a subscription on the channel. And until next time, I'll catch you then. Bye.